Today on Quest Stories, we have the Knight's Sword. Opening up the quest log gives us the dialogue. I can start this quest by speaking to the squire in the courtyard of the White Knight's castle in southern Falador. To complete this quest I need level 10 mining and to be unafraid of level 57 ice warriors. I have all the stats needed to complete this quest. Talking to the squire, we get the dialogue. Hello, I am the squire to Sir Vyvin. And how is life as a squire? Well, Sir Vyvin is a good guy to work for. However, I'm in a spot of trouble today. I've gone and lost Sir Vyvin's sword. I can make a new sword if you like. Thanks for the offer. I'd be surprised if you could though. The thing is, the sword is a family heirloom. It has been passed down through Vyvin's family for 5 generations. It was originally made by the Imkando dwarves, who were a particularly skilled tribe of dwarven smiths. I doubt anyone could make it in the style they do. So would these dwarves make another one? I'm not 100% sure the Imkando tribe exists anymore. I should think Reldo, the palace librarian in Varric, will know. He has done a lot of research on the races of Gielinor. I don't suppose you could try and track down the Imkando dwarves for me. I've got so much work to do. Okay, I'll give it a go. Thank you very much. As I say, the best place to start should be with Reldo. The updated quest log reads, I told the squire I would help him to replace the sword he had lost. It could only be made by an Imkando dwarf. The squire suggests I speak to Reldo in the Varric Palace Library for more information about the Imkando dwarves. After a quick teleport to Varric and a short run up north, we find ourselves at the Varric Library and talk to Reldo. Hello, stranger. What do you know about the Imkando dwarves? The Imkando dwarves, you say? Ah, yes. For hundreds of years, they were the world's most skilled smiths. They used secret smithing knowledge passed down from generation to generation. Unfortunately, about a century ago, the once thriving race was wiped out during the barbarian invasion of that time. So are there any Imkando left at all? I believe a few of them survived, but with the bulk of their population destroyed, their numbers have dwindled even further. They tend to keep to themselves, and they tend not to tell people they're descendants of the Imkando, which is why people think the tribe is extinct. However, you could try taking them some red berry pie. They really like red berry pie. I believe I remember a couple living in Asgarnia, near the cliffs on the Asgarnian southern peninsula. After talking to Reldo, the updated quest log reads, Reldo couldn't give me much information about the Imkando, except a few live on the southern peninsula of Asgarnia. They dislike strangers and love red berry pies. Before heading to the dwarf, I made myself a red berry pie and bought a house. I thought this would be the quickest way to him. Unfortunately, I thought I needed my pickaxe right away, so I teleported back to Falador to pick it up. Then teleported back to my house and went south to talk to Thurgo. Are you an Imkando dwarf? I need a special sword. I don't talk about that sort of thing anymore. I'm getting old. Would you like a red berry pie? You see Thurgo's eyes light up. I'd never say no to a red berry pie. We Imkando dwarves love them. They're great. You hand over the pie. Thurgo eats the pie. Thurgo pats his stomach. By Guthix, that was a good pie. Anyone who makes pie like that has got to be alright. Can you make a special sword for me? Well, after bringing me my favorite food, I guess I should give it a go. What sort of sword is it? I need you to make a sword for one of Falador's knights. He had one which was passed down through 5 generations, but his squire has lost it. So we need an identical one to replace it. A knight's sword, eh? Well, I'd need to know exactly how it looked before I could make a new one. All the Faladian knights used to have swords with unique designs according to their position. Could you bring me a picture or something? I'll go and ask his squire and see if I can find one. I found an Imcando dwarf named Thurgo, thanks to the information provided by Reldo. He wasn't very talkative until I gave him a red berry pie, which he gobbled up. Thurgo needs a picture of the sword before he can help. I should probably ask the squire about obtaining one. A quick teleport to Falador and a run to the south to talk to the squire. So how are you doing getting a sword? I found an Imcando dwarf, but he needs a picture of the sword before he can make it. Picture, eh? The only one I can think of is in a small portrait of Sir Vyvin's father. Sir Vyvin keeps it in the cupboard in his room, I think. Okay, I'll try and get that then. Please don't let him catch you. He mustn't know what happened. The squire told me about a portrait of Sir Vyvin's father, which has a picture of the sword in Sir Vyvin's room. So we make our way up into Sir Vyvin's room, search his cupboard and take the picture pretty easily. Afterwards, we run to the bank and teleport back to our house in order to make our way back to Thurgo, to the south. About that sword, have you got a picture of the sword for me yet? I have found a picture of the sword I would like you to make. You give the portrait to Thurgo. Thurgo studies the portrait. You'll need to get me some stuff to make this. I'll need 2 iron bars to make the sword to start with. I'll also need an ore called bluerite. Bluerite is useless for making actual weapons, except crossbows, but I'll need some as decoration for the hilt. It is a fairly rare ore. The only place I know to get it is underneath this cliff here, but it is guarded by a very powerful ice giant. Most of the rocks in that cliff are pretty useless and don't contain much of anything, but there's definitely some bluerite in there. You'll need a little bit of mining experience to be able to find it. Okay, I'll go and find them then. Thurgo needed a picture of the sword before he could start work on a replacement. I took him a portrait of it. According to Thurgo, to make a replica sword, he will need 2 iron bars and some bluerite ore. Bluerite ore can only be found deep in the caves below Thurgo's house. So we make our way through the caves, past some muggers, some pirates, some hobgoblins, and an ice warrior in order to mine some bluerite. Afterwards, I teleport to Falador in order to make myself some iron bars. After obtaining the materials that we need, teleport back to the house and run south again to Thurgo. Can you make that replacement sword now? How are you doing finding those sword materials? I have them right here. You give the bluerite ore and iron bars to Thurgo. Thurgo makes you a sword. Thank you very much. Just remember to call in with more pie sometime. Talking to Thurgo again, after him making us a sword, gives us the dialogue. Thanks for making that sword for me. You're welcome. Thanks for the pie. Thurgo has now smithed me a replica of Sir Vyvin's sword. I should return it to the squire for my reward. Teleporting to Falador for the last time and heading south to talk to the squire, we get the dialogue. I have retrieved your sword for you. Thank you, thank you, thank you. I was seriously worried I would have to own up to Sir Vyvin. You give the sword to the squire, and that completes the Knight's Sword quest. We are awarded 1 quest point, 12,725 smithing experience. Thank you for joining me on today's adventure. I hope you'll join me next time.